This is another Out in the World edition.
Yeah, Out in the World. $1 billion ambition.
I just watched this Clubhouse YouTube video with Wack100 and Charleston White. And I would have said a couple of things about it.
For one, you can't stand on that because you from fucking
I lived there for almost 2 years.
Yeah, but you from Texas somewhere, right?
I lived there.
I done heard LA homies and shit speak about him.
Always running your mouth, nigga. Stay on the streets, nigga.
And it's funny because the same shit that he tries to do as far as shut people down, like, oh, well, Charleston White, you not even from here, so you can't even talk about gang politics, But the same shit gets reversed on him when they say, nigga, you not even from LA, you from Pacoima.
The thing is, man, you be speaking on content. No, that's my dog. Nigga, that's my dog. You ain't part of that.
It's really a living contradiction.
It's the mind frame. The dedicated drive that's designed to breed progress.
I want to say this. Homage to the motherland, which is LA, the West Coast, California, Bali. You know, always pay homage to New York for starting this East Coast blood shit. No matter who likes it or what. We help the evolution. At the same time, you gotta pay homage to the South because we help the growth of the movement, of the movement. We help spread. The South is a mixture of the West and the East. Because I can speak for myself personally. When blood came to my city, I'm from North Carolina. I was only 13, 14, in the early 2000s.
I started seeing gangs strong in my neighborhood in about 2000. Right around this time, blood started coming into play in Greensboro. You know what I'm saying? The first blood hood to hit Greensboro was my hood. You know what I'm saying? The north side, Claremont, you feel me?
And this is during the time when the Crips was popular. This is before the Jim Jones, Lil Wayne, and the gang era. I was 18 as far as getting jumped on the set and put on the set. We underneath East Coast sets, UBN lessons and teachings, but we gang bang like how California do as far as your neighborhood is a gang neighborhood. Now, I say that to say this. Growing up in this shit, and then you getting put on the set, you got the right to talk about this shit, period. No matter where you from. If this shit was genuinely a part of your life, you could speak upon it. So, it's funny to me. I see Charleston White having a conversation with Wack100. He explained it that he learned from the originals like OG King Baba Louie that the gangs, because you know Crips came before Bloods, so Crips started as bullies. They was taking leather jackets.
Avenues, which was Munson, Donnie Boy, my brother Buzzard, Teddy Bear, Charles Jones, Howard, a lot of other guys over there, and they were the first ones that started taking leather coats. And Raymond Washington knew that.
Plus, we was calling ourselves Avenues. You know what I'm saying? We started using the Avenues name. You feel, without their permission. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't know Baby Avenue, we was calling some Avenues. And when we got around them, we had like we're Baby Avenues. You know what I'm saying?
And I guess once he started the Crips, you know, they carried it on.
Yeah, that's just something they learned from the
Right. They don't really know the history behind it though.
I heard Wack100 try to lie and say Crips and Bloods was started to protect the community.
So the Crips didn't take and steal jackets when niggas had leather coats they liked. Them the stories I got from the originals. They caused mayhem in the community. They went to concerts, they went to parties. The Crips are here. The whistle they do.
Hey, my nigga. Hey, my nigga. That shit was originated to protect the community. You know
From
that.
who?
What you mean from who? We had white gangs out there too, bro. What you mean?
Well, when you listen to all the people that's telling the stories.
Now, I understand niggas don't like Charleston White and all that shit, but it's not about liking somebody if the truth is coming out. And if favoritism with somebody over another person just because you don't like them, so you gonna go with whatever narrative they pushing. And then there's also a fake narrative that is like, this nigga Wack supposed to be like King Pyru or King Blood, King Damu. Like, come on, man. I done heard LA homies and shit speak about him. And it's funny because the same shit that he tries to do as far as shut people down, like, oh, well, Charleston White, you not even from here, so you can't even talk about gang politics, But the same shit gets reversed on him when they say, nigga, you not even from LA. You from Pacoima. He not even from LA. You know what I mean? He's supposed to be King Pyru. You not even from where Pyru originated at, on Pyru Street in Bompton. And just because you in the mix with them and you in the loop with them, that doesn't make you one of them. Because that's the same shit that you push on us. Because we in the loop with the actuals. So what's the difference? According to Kev Mac videos and him interviewing the originals like OG King Baba Louie from Pyru, OG Little Caesar, Inglewood family, OG Frog, Bounty Hunters, OG Jimmy Lavender, Bishops. And they're all giving their recounts on the history that they was a part of and what was going on during that time and what wasn't going on during that time. And all of those stories match up.
The term blood came from the Pyru when you're applying it to the whole gang world or whatever. That's how, you know, the blood thing came about, and then different neighborhoods started adapting that, and that's how we started distinguishing ourselves in terms of, you know, we're not going to use the word cuz anymore. From now on, when we speak to each other, you know, we're going to greet each other as yeah, what's up, blood.
So being that this is public information, shout out to Kev Mac videos, because he cleared up a lot of lies when I first became blood, and I had to be jumped in before I learned about anything about blood. Nowadays you could pull up shit on the internet, you know, shit was different back then. But when I became blood, I was taught that T. Rogers started Bloods on the West Coast. That's what we was taught. T. Rogers, one man, was the person who started the Bloods. Now, the purpose of me doing this is because it's so many that I know that done died over this shit and that's in jail for life over this shit and don't even know the real origins of this shit and been pushed false narratives. So now that all of the information is public, there really is no excuse. There's been false narratives pushed for so long from previous quote-unquote originals, and I'm gonna say quote-unquote because if they originals, why was they pushing false narratives other than for self-gain? And if that's the case, then original or not, you shouldn't be saluted and you shouldn't have no voice. Those are the people that should be silenced when they be worrying about trying to silence brothers because they feel like they don't have a certain background as far as connecting with the original lands and all that shit. The motherfucker niggas that should be getting their voice silenced is the ones that know the truth but pushing false narratives and creating propaganda through false narratives. A brother like me, blood been a part of my life for damn near 20 years. Yeah, you know, I'm from North Carolina. I done seen everything with the gangbanging shit. I done seen niggas get killed. I done seen the shootouts. I was only 13, 14 before we officially got down with the shit. We was repping it. And it was letting it be known we not blood, but we rep blood because our neighborhood blood. And we with our neighborhood 100%. You know what I mean? Me specifically, my first introduction to it was from Asian oppression. It was a big Asian presence in the Crip community where I'm from in North Carolina in the early 2000s.